Yeah, so my name is Gluesenkamp Perez, and I am in Washington's 3rd Congressional District in Southwest Washington.
Got it. So first question is, why do you think you won a traditionally Republican district?
You know, I think that I was the candidate that better reflected the values of our district. You know, I'm a small business owner. I work in the trades. I live in rural Skamania County, and I was running against an opponent who had, frankly, really extreme ideas for our district. A federal ban on abortion, defunding local law enforcement and FBI. You know, he believed that we should have machine guns, the same weapons that the military has. I don't know anybody in Washington State who would name any of those things as priorities for their legislators.
In, I guess, your district then, reflecting some of the trends we're seeing nationwide, we thought there was going to be some sort of red wave, and, you know, there's plenty of districts that opposed, I guess, that prediction. I guess, what message do you think that voters are sending to Washington?
I think it's a couple of things. I think, one, voters are looking for a change. I think they're feeling like they need a Congress that looks more like America. And I think that's one thing that I did. You know, I get my internet from a radio tower. A lot of rural people do. You know, I've never bought a new car, you know. They just understand the same financial pressures that so many of us in America see. And so I think voters are looking for a more representative body. I think they're looking for people who are willing to work in the middle and getting away from the extremes and the kind of clickbait politics. I think we're all really tired of the mean politics.
Another question. What is your reaction to your opponent not conceding?
Yeah, you know, he said repeatedly in the general that he would concede and accept the results of the election when the ballots are done counting on Tuesday. I hope that he will keep his word and contribute to a smooth transition.
How will you show? Sorry, I'll speak it first so I don't mess it up. Well, I'll just ask you, what's the first issue you want to work on personally for your district?
I think that we're all very concerned about the economy. We're concerned about the business climate. You know, I'm a small business owner. I think both parties have failed to deliver real results for small businesses. We need a clear regulatory environment. We have got to address workforce shortages. That means supporting career and technical education, supporting, you know, working moms. Those are all critical issues to get our economy back on the right track.
You know, I'm talking to members of Congress today in light of another shooting. I don't know if you saw what happened at UVA, where 3 college football players were killed. A former player apparently shot and killed them. Just bringing back that discussion here in Washington, I guess, coming into this environment, what are you hoping happens when it comes to gun reform?
Yeah, you know, I think that we need to increase the age of assault weapons purchase to 21 from 18. But I think that there are also underlying cultural issues going on. There's despair. There's, you know, I think a lot of young people don't see a path forward in life, feel that there's an opportunity for them to have the same quality of life their parents had. And I think that we've got to turn that train around if we want to see things get better.
Last question, how will you make sure that people who voted for you to come here in Washington, I guess, how will you ensure that their interests are prioritized rather than, I guess, the party thing?
Yeah, that is critical. That I have said from the beginning that I'm here to be an independent voice for Southwest Washington, and you know, my race is really interesting because even though we did flip it, we never got support from the national party. I never took corporate PAC checks. It was important to me to really represent the interests of our district, and I will tell you, I am so deeply honored by all of the people who did all the door knocking. You know, there's so many moms who cashed in their babysitting chips to come out and help me door knock and communicate with voters. So I'm really, really deeply honored by all of the independents, all of the moderate Republicans, and all of the Democrats who made this happen. And I feel a deep sense of obligation to support the interests of our district and not be a cheerleader for any political party.
Is that going to shape how you might vote for leadership whenever
Absolutely.
that does happen?
Yeah.
A lot of people question, should Speaker Pelosi have another term? Was that something you would support if that was the circumstance?
Yeah, I will not be voting for Nancy Pelosi as Speaker. I've been consistent in that in the campaign, and I'll be consistent in that as a legislator. That's critical.
Anyone you are eyeballing to have that?
Well, I think a lot of those discussions, we're still waiting to see who controls the majority. So we kind of got to wait for the dust to settle and see who's going to throw their hat in the ring. I'm hopeful that we will see leadership that, again, looks more like America. You know, I'd love to see somebody from a rural community. I would love to see somebody that works in the trades. I'd love to see more small business owners. Yeah.
Well, it was nice meeting you both.
So glad to meet you, Raquel. Yeah, thank you.